Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm back, and today's video is going to be about this Wonder Woman 1984 variant cover from Rooster Teeth. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know this is old news at this point. This has been out for a couple days. I just want to give my 2 cents on it here real quick. And I know it's something, again, that it's already made the rounds, so I don't know how much more I'm going to add to it. But this is a cover that came out for Wonder Woman 1984. Like I said, Rooster Teeth variant. It was shared on the DC Nation official Twitter page on the 7th. And yeah, a lot of people, they did not care for this. Now, for those of you that want to read this article from Bounding Into Comics, I'll go ahead and link it in the description below. I'll read pieces here and there. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just kind of want to go over some of the reactions that people had. We see that Star Wars girl, WTF, among other things. Diana has blue eyes, not green, right? How the hell do you F up your own IP this bad? And you can see it here. That does not look like Wonder Woman at all. But apparently this is due to the fact that the artist that drew this Robin Eisenberg, apparently this is how she draws all her characters. She draws them all. They're all supposed to be aliens, and it's supposed to be just an alien dressed as Wonder Woman with realistic body proportions. Okay. And yeah, a lot of people did not care for it. We see this person here on Twitter say, Stephen Wayne say, that's not a superhero. This person says pseudonym looks like the gods revoked her beauty. Dang, cold-blooded. Jack's added the color scheme school, but the proportions greatly disrespect the character. And trust me, there are women who detest this imagery just as men do when it comes to obesity. Legit issue. Rooster Teeth tried, but sorely took an L with this crap. LOL. Eisenberg would respond to this criticism on Instagram. She wrote, "So, due to the subject matter of my art, I'm often asked to draw characters inspired by iconic women. Recently, I was asked to create a piece inspired by Wonder Woman in my own style for an upcoming one-off artist collab." She went on to detail that the character seen on the variant cover is not supposed to be Wonder Woman, but an alien character wearing a Wonder Woman shirt. So, it's not Wonder Woman, okay? She explained, "I love drawing aliens with realistic body types, living their lives comfortably with themselves, so I drew an alien character with a realistic body, wearing a more everyday version of the Wonder Woman outfit." So here we see it again. It's a little bit bigger. This is a realistic body type, says this woman here. And, if we look at this, look at it very closely. I want to show you all something because I think, I'm sure this is something others have pointed out at this point, but if you see here, you see how this body type looks, and we look at the artists themselves, and the face of the artist. This looks like maybe they were trying to do, possibly, maybe they were trying to do a self-portrait, I don't know, or drawing themselves as well as an alien dressed up as Wonder Woman. I don't know, but it looks similar to the actual artist, which I think is kind of interesting. But it is what it is. Now, this kind of art style, I mean, I'm sure. Look, I don't care for it. I don't think it fits for Wonder Woman. I don't think it fits for what we for superhero comics. But different strokes for different folks, right? Art is subjective, and this is probably good to somebody. I mean, I don't think it's probably good for the people that you're trying to sell it to. I think this is something that they're really not going to care for. They're not going to get behind this. This is your main demographic is not going to buy this. You know what I mean? They're going to buy something that looks more like, let's look up some good Wonder Woman art here real quick. Let's see. Let's look up some good Wonder Woman art, right? I think that your typical fan, right, is probably going to want, of Wonder Woman especially, is probably going to want to see something a little bit more along these lines, right? Something along the lines of traditional looking Diana, right? Something like this. So this is what they expect to see when they see Wonder Woman. Now, granted, the artist did say it's not Wonder Woman, it's an alien dressed as Wonder Woman, but why would you have that instead of, instead of the actual Wonder Woman, right? Why wouldn't you just have this? Why wouldn't you have something that looks like this? So to me, this tells me that this artist is probably friends. If it was through Rooster Teeth that they went through to get this, maybe somebody at Rooster Teeth that knows the people over at DC and probably got him in to do this cover, because I'd never heard of this artist before. This is the first time I've seen this artist's artwork. I don't think maybe they're well known in a certain area. I've never seen their art before, but to me it seems like that's probably what happened here. This person probably got in on the cover because of maybe having a friendship with somebody at Rooster Teeth. It's kind of like the situation that we've seen, I think, time and time again with a lot of these creators, like these writers that end up doing stuff for DC, like the young adult novelists that are working on certain DC comics that is just, that are not selling, right? This is not going to sell. This is not the demographic you're going for. They're not, at least in terms of, the superhero comic book demographic that you're going for, they're not going to buy this. They don't care about this kind of, I don't know if this would be considered hipsterish or anything like that. I wouldn't consider it good. This seems to me like this is probably an acquired taste for people that like this kind of simplistic, not a whole lot of detail type of drawing. Seems like something that they would want on some kind of other medium outside of comic books. I'm not saying that this can't be turned into a comic book, but not the kind of comic book I think that you're trying to sell to the demographic, right? The ones that buy the superhero comics is probably not going to be their cup of tea. Maybe some, but not the vast majority, I don't think, will care for this. So it makes you really wonder why they're making stupid decisions like this, considering the shape that they're in right now. There's a lot of stuff going on with DC. They're talking about massive layoffs and things like that. That's something maybe I'll cover on a live stream, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, something like that. So be on the lookout for that. We'll cover the whole DC doing layoffs. But probably not the best time to be putting out stuff like this that is honestly not going to do anything but warm the shelves that they're going to be at. Nobody's going to care about this. Nobody's going to buy this. Maybe fans of Robin Eisenberg will, but not enough to justify spending money on printing copies of this to put on store shelves, in my opinion. Eisenberg continued, DC decided they wanted to use this piece for a variant cover in addition to the collab. I didn't realize that featuring a Wonder Woman-inspired character with a realistic body type would be controversial. Apparently it is. We keep hearing this thing, and I see this a lot with people saying realistic body type, like women overweight is the only type of realistic body type. Look, there are women that look like this, okay? Whether it be through surgery, whether it be through the fact that they just were endowed from the time they were very young and then just ended up getting fit. This is a realistic body type too. And again, if it's not one that's achievable through any kind of exercise or lifting weights, dieting, or anything like that, then through the miracles of modern technology, this is also a realistic body type now. So I think it's interesting that this person keeps using that, like somehow all women are going to be somewhat out of shape or thick. That's, and I'm not saying, again, that is a realistic body type, but ones like this exist as well too. So the DC Nation posted their cover on Twitter, and it was immediately met with hundreds of comments hating on her body as well as on the non-traditional art style. And on me personally, she added, she wrote, I think one of the reasons I was asked to do this is that I'm not a traditional comic book artist, so I would present something from a different perspective. Yeah, that's probably true, but that doesn't mean that it's going to work, right? That it's going to fit. Okay, and I'm not saying that that people, because they have a different kind of art style, should not have opportunities, but it makes you wonder, what are the standards for drawing comic book covers these days when you're really, again, and this is just my opinion, really scraping the bottom of the barrel by making stuff like this or by getting stuff like this? You know what I mean? It's no wonder that we see, once again, the comic book industry in the shape that it's in right now. Now, there have been talks around, people have misconstrued things that have been said about DC and Marvel and whether or not they would go out of business. Look, somebody said it in a video I watched recently. It might have been your boy Zach, Comics Matter. Superheroes aren't going away, right? No matter what happens to DC Comics, Batman, Superman, Flash, Green Lantern, the whole Justice League. I mean, all the villains, all that stuff is still going to make money for these companies. Even if they don't make a whole lot of comic books anymore, they're going to find a way to utilize these IPs that they have because they are still a gold mine. They are still something that will print money for them. So let's continue on with what Eisenberg said, though. Eisenberg then concluded, the fact that this was so controversial just makes me want to continue to draw diverse body types and create more art that people can hopefully see themselves in. Strength and beauty can come in a lot of awesome forms. I don't think any form negates the others. These are my thoughts, and that's fine. She's absolutely 100% entitled to her opinion, and she is free to do whatever she wants and continue to draw stuff like this till the cows come home. That's her prerogative. She has every right to do it. It just, again, it's just an odd choice that DC would go ahead and, you know, greenlight something like this, knowing that it probably is not going to sell well, or at least not sell to the expectations that they have set for it. So, but anyways, that's as much as I'm going to say about it. I think there's not really anything more to cover regarding it. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this artwork? What do you guys think of DC Comics doing stuff like this? And oh, don't forget, this also has to do with Rooster Teeth. So I don't know how much influence, because as we all know, you know, they're owned, I believe, also by AT&T now as well. So my guess is, again, this had something to do with this person knowing somebody at Rooster Teeth that got him in with DC, or got the artwork over to DC kind of as a favor to put it out there because they are a personal fan of this artwork and think that that alone should have it made. That should be reason alone to have it made into a variant cover for a very popular IP. So, but anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Until next time, you all know how it goes. The hunt continues. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like, share, and comment below.